I feel like we never.
We didn't even talk about the giant sloth yet. The giant ground sloth.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Oh, that's true.
Mike, let me tell you something quick, right?
Yeah.
Something that you know about that none of us do is not a great topic to talk about on the podcast.
But they're cool. I would show you a picture of them.
I wholeheartedly disagree. I think anything that fits that bill needs to be brought up on the podcast.
All right, so yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I lost the audio from last week. I got cocky and thought I had the audio set up properly and did not think that we needed to test the audio before we started recording. So what ended up being probably our best podcast yet will be forever lost to time, and we will refer to it as the Lost Pod. I feel terrible. We're gonna try to recover it, but as it is right now, it's not listenable. So we gotta, it's gone.
It's only really like an echo on your mic when you
yeah.
talk. It's not like unlistenable. It's just unpleasant.
Yeah. So if there's like a clamoring to post it anyway with the bad audio, we can do that. There's also a website that you can pay like, around $100 to get the echo fixed. But we can't monetize until we hit like, I think 1,000 subs or 10,000 subs. So if we hit that number, we can monetize videos. We'll get it cleaned up and we'll post it as the Lost Pod. But yeah, unfortunately, that one's lost for now.
How about you just do a voiceover whenever you talk?
Just dub it. Just dub it.
We're gonna dub
it. I thought about this. The problem is, I talk at the same time as other people talk, and like if we're talking at the same time, then I have to cut the entire audio to redub over that. So it would be like multiple voices. It would be really, really bad. I mean, we could do it as like a goof if we want, and make like just a goofy, like a bad lip reading type deal. But
no, just no.
It would be bad because I did think about doing that, but it would be bad as is.
How about you just edit out whenever you talk then?
I thought about that too. It doesn't work nice. Yeah,
just radio silence whenever Mike is talking.
I tried a lot of things. Yeah, I tried like there's like other versions of software that you could like do de-reverb and that type of stuff, and it just did not fix it. The echo was real bad. But again, hopefully, this is better. We ran a little test before we started recording, so that won't happen again. I apologize. I know a lot of our fans were disappointed that there was no episode last week. Their morning commute was a little bit drier. So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Keep that in the vault, though. We could definitely take that episode and like make burnt ends out of it. Just chop and just sprinkle them in whenever we need them.
That's true.
Yeah. I'll definitely keep it. I won't destroy the VOD, but
we want the 10,000 subscriber target to be profitable.
Yeah.
So if we want to see the Lost Pod, we gotta get to 10K. That's the goal. Yep. Now we have a meaningful reason to get there. So let's get there.
So tell your friends, get them to subscribe.
Start cranking this up. Yeah, got a long way to go.
All right. Okay. So with that out of the way, let's jump into it. Do you have anything particular we want to discuss right off rip?
Well, do we want to try and rehash what we missed in the Lost, or are we just gonna bulldoze on through?
I mean, we could do either. I'm of the opinion that let's just bulldoze through because a lot of it was like fresh reactions to the college football playoff, and I think we kind of all fell on the same thing there. There is a little bit of information out of the state of Florida about some type of inquiry or something into the college football playoff committee. I don't know if you guys heard about this. No.
Yeah.
So there's like something about they're requesting documentation about the college football playoff committee talking with ESPN and the SEC, and they want like memos or whatever. I don't know if anyone knows like specifically what happened, but it is like something along those lines with the state of Florida versus ESPN.
I love it.
I got this one actually. So there's two things here. So I know what you're talking about. It's actually a Florida senator put a letter out to the college football playoff committee and said he wants all that stuff you're just like kind of naming. Like you've got the film watched and the votes of every member and this and that. So all this list of demands of 10 things or whatever it was. And then since then, so that was like a Florida senator. Then you've got the Florida, this was more recently, Florida's Attorney General is launching an investigation into the college football playoffs exclusion of Florida State. So, I mean, this is pretty wild and possibly ridiculous stuff. So here, and again, we kind of on the last pod we covered Florida State getting excluded or not. Basically, we all kind of agreed that they shouldn't have been. They should have been in. We don't have to go through that in too much more detail, but we could if we want. But just kind of want to get your guys' opinion. Where do you fall on this? Is this like something that a senator and attorney general should be involved in a college football playoff selection, or is this kind of like we get you're upset, Florida, but that's enough?
I don't know why we're not talking about Florida being excluded, only Florida State, but hey, that's just me.
No, honestly, I don't really have a huge problem with it because it's a state school. So I mean, I kind of get, because I'm sure there's some kind of, I don't want to call it kickbacks, but I'm sure Florida State would have gotten some kind of stipend or bonus or something for being part of the playoff, and it definitely would have generated revenue. So I kind of understand the government trying to protect its interest.
That's kind of my view on it too. If there is because you have to imagine there's lost revenue by Florida State not being in this, one of the two best bowl games, potentially shot at a national title. That's the only reason I can see it being justified at all. Because I mean, it is kind of crazy for the state to get involved. Like if Penn State didn't make the Big Ten championship over a controversial ruling or something, where an umpire made a bad call, that'd be ridiculous, But if there's direct lost revenue, it's maybe I could see it. Ultimately, yeah. I think it's probably more of a waste of taxpayer dollars than anything, but I could understand both sides. I don't feel very strongly one way or another.
I would say that I think it's a massive waste of time. Nothing's going to happen, but I think it's really funny, so I'm all about it.
It is really funny.
I definitely fall on that side too. I think it's a waste of time, probably a waste of taxpayer dollars, but I'll also say this, and this is probably sad, but it's probably true. If Pennsylvania's Attorney General was fighting for Penn State in the same situation, I'd be like, yeah, let's get him. So it's like, who am I to say?
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not making anyone in Florida upset. So he or she is only doing themselves a favor by doing this. But yeah, thought that was a little crazy.
Let them
What about
fight.
Florida fans and Miami fans? Think they'll be mad about this?
No, they're not even close to the playoff, right? They're not even involved, right?
That's true.
Unless you guys feel differently, I don't know.
No, I agree. I was just wondering if anyone thought maybe those fans are not happy to see all this controversy. So
I would think the only people that would really be mad are the people that don't care about football at all.
Yeah,
because
probably.
That's their money going to pay for that time, which I also understand, right? Which I also understand. So it's
yeah.
And how absolutely Florida man is it? Florida man files lawsuit against NCAA playoff commission.
It's like when they're shooting the hurricane, right?
Yeah.
It was the same thing, right?
Very appropriate for that state.
Love Florida. We still will let you sponsor us, Florida.
Yeah. If Florida, the state of Florida wants to sponsor us, not the University of Florida, the state of Florida.
No,
also the university. Yeah.
The University of Florida, the price is a little bit higher.
Oh.
The state of Florida could get us for a little bit cheaper.
About $100.
About $100. $100 gets you an episode.
It's like the cheesesteak shop that was charging double to Dallas fans in Philly this past weekend.
I hear about that.
Yeah,
awesome.
They were like, if you walk in Cowboys gear, or if you're wearing blue or silver or whatever, the price is double or something like that. It was nuts.
That's amazing.
That's so
very
good.
Philly, very on brand.
Love Philly.
Yeah. Speaking of, that was a tough game.
Oh yeah,
we got kind of beat. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's 2 losses to 2 good teams, honestly, but we looked bad.
We did look pretty bad.
I did not watch the game.
No, you missed it.
Good on you.
I don't want to say
good on
house
you. You did not
on
want to see
fire,
that.
but I smell smoke.
It was very bad.
I missed the first half.
It was atrocious. It was
Everybody's
just bad.
shaking their heads.
I
Solid
want-
silence right
I
now.
want to talk about it.
Rest in
I don't
peace.
know.
Eagles 23.
I don't know if there was one redeeming thing about that game. There's nothing I felt good about after watching that.
I mean, they at least from what I could tell, they missed a lot of plays they usually make. Like our two receivers, arguably two of the best players, played terrible, both of them.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's something to hang your hat on. I mean, also I saw something. Even though they've lost these two games and they were both ugly losses, the Cowboys lost. They got killed against the Niners earlier in the year, and the
Yeah.
Eagles still have the best record in the league against teams with a winning record. So it's not like this is over. And also, I got one more. I'm sorry, I'm on a rant here, but there's one more. This is the best one of all. If the Eagles get the 2 seed, their path to the playoff or to the Super Bowl rather is arguably easier than if they get the 1 seed. And I think if they get the 1 seed, it's like
to that.
You'd have to play, and I don't have it in front of me, and I saw it probably like, oh my god, last week or something. No, it couldn't have been last week. The game was Sunday, but I saw it and I can't remember it exactly. If you're the 1 seed, you most likely play the Niners and Dallas in some order to get to the Super Bowl. If you're the 2 seed, you have an extra game, but the extra game is a home game against like, I don't know, the Packers or someone, and then it's like someone else, and then the Niners or the Cowboys. I'm not sure exactly how that works, and obviously this is definitely in flux because you don't know where the other teams are going to be seated. But it's like if chalk happens, that was a scenario someone threw out there. So it's not like all is lost outside of the fact that you never want to have to play another elimination game, which they would. But I think at this point it's likely. I mean, they're going to hopefully hang on and win the division. If they win out, they win it, right? So that's good. But you're probably not catching the Niners, and you lost them head to head. So I think it's looking like 2. Hopefully it's 2, not like 5.
I'm thinking 5.
It might be. They play like that again.
The way they play, yeah. Although I will say, go ahead.
I was gonna say it doesn't really matter how you're playing right now. Like they could be the worst team in the league from weeks like 8 to 12, but as long as you like have the winning record, once you come to playoffs, you just need to win anyway. So if there was not there's a good time to lose, but there's a good time to lose like it was these past couple weeks.
Yep. Now you get back on the horse.
Get momentum. Hit the playoffs.
I was going to say this is like arguably the toughest stretch that any team has had all year. So getting out like with 2 losses to arguably the other 2 best teams in the NFC, I think that's okay.
I don't think it's not even a question. It's definitely the 2 best teams in the NFC besides Philly. So I mean, if you were going to say at the beginning of this stretch run they were going to go 4-2 through it, that's a yes. That's a yes. They're all winning teams. They're all great offenses. They all can throw the ball. Like, you're taking that. I would take that.
No, absolutely. It's hard after they went 4-0 to have back-to-back losses like that. That's what hurts.
No,
and the way they lost is bad.
Yeah,
the way they lost is bad. Yeah.
It was we played a good team and we played them poorly. That's why it looked bad.
Yeah, but it's turnovers too. I'm trying to stay optimistic, right? I'm like, if AJ Brown doesn't drop 10 passes, if Devonta doesn't fumble a couple times or whatever it was, this is a very different game quickly.
That's true.
I can see it. I can see it.
Fire Sirianni, trade Hurts, retire AJ Brown, start over.
Washed. Done.
Tank for Caleb Williams.
Tank for Caleb. Oh,
that's right. No, we want to trade for Tommy DeVito.
Hurts for DeVito straight up.
That's right. Yes.
Tommy Cutler, love him.
Yeah. Yo, did you guys see the tailgate? The Tommy DeVito family tailgate?
No.
Oh man, it was like someone described this to me as an Italian restaurant just opened up in the tailgate lot. But I saw a couple of photos. They had like cutlets like lined up. They had like a sandwich station where they're just like making a sandwich and handing them out. It was professional. It was a huge operation. I was dying.
Oh man,
Tommy DeVito, man.
Tommy DeVito.
That's funny.
He's a. Do you guys? This is a good trivia for the pod here. Do you guys know where Tommy DeVito went to school?
No idea.
No, I was just gonna ask. That, actually.
Big Ten fan. One of our loyal followers. He would be a fan of this answer. It's a Big Ten school.
Purdue.
Anybody else? Nope.
Indiana.
Yes.
Closer. The I is right.
Illinois.
Ding ding.
Ding, ding. Woo.
And not to bring up a terrible, abysmal game, but he was the 9 overtime game against Penn State.
No.
Quarterback in Illinois.
No wonder I didn't remember him.
Yes, if you want to get full circle right here.
Ooh.
And I believe in one of the overtimes, Penn State broke his arm. So there was probably more than just him in the game, but he was, I believe, the quarterback for one of the many plays in that one.
That's okay. He's a dog. Always forgiven. That season was a dog anyway.
I agree.
Yeah.
Can't deny it. It's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, though, this is like a Linsanity kind of thing right now, right? Like, let's enjoy the ride, but he's not.
Josh Dobbs, same deal.
You can't have two Linsanities in 1 year. This one's real now.
No, come on.
He's legit. He's got thick.
He's a winner.
The line looks better. I don't know what's going on, but Tommy DeVito has them rolling right now, and they look good.
Does he start one snap next year?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
In New York, Mike?
Are you didn't say week 1? No, not in New York. He'll get traded somewhere. Some team will be desperate for him. He'll be a second string quarterback. Quarterback will get hurt, and he'll take a snap as the QB1 somewhere.
If there are any New York fans watching, would you rather keep Danny DeVito or keep Daniel Jones? Is the question.
Tommy DeVito.
Oh, they're absolutely keeping Danny Dimes.
I'm gonna mess it up with Danny DeVito.
That front office.
Yeah, you said Danny DeVito.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I thought I did. I was gonna say I'm gonna mess it up. It's got Daniel Jones and you got Tommy DeVito. Like it's
Danny DeVito's a Philly guy. He's a Philly guy.
There you go. He's good. Well, Tommy DeVito or Danny Dimes. Yeah, the same thing.
No, that front office invested too much in Danny Dimes to turn their back on him now.
I think if you could trade him at this point, you do. If some other team will bite and give you some type of value for him, trade him.
Like right now? Like
right now. Like tomorrow, yeah.
No.
Oh man, you got to ride the wave. This is the best Blues looked in how long? Actually, not that long. They were in a playoff.
Trading Danny Dimes. Trading Danny Dimes. I'm saying Daniel Jones. If they get value for Daniel Jones.
Oh,
yeah. No, I say you.
Okay. You keep DeVito.
Even if you don't think Tommy DeVito is the answer, then you draft the quarterback because you know Daniel Jones was not the answer. If somebody offers you value for him right now, get him out.
I might not disagree. Because I think it was a terrible, terrible signing of Danny Dimes. Too much money, not a good quarterback. You're going to go 6-6 or not 6-6, but 8-8, whatever. That's interesting.
You got to build up other spots first. You need a line for a quarterback. You need, some playmakers on the outside to help him out. And if Tommy DeVito is good enough to, keep you in some games, keep the ticket holders happy, wait and draft the quarterback.
They need Kadarius Toney back.
Them too.
Kadarius Toney. Concrete hands.
Bring him back.
He has to be there.
Yeah.
Greatest play that
what
never
do we think about that whole situation?
The offsides on the offense call?
Offensive offsides for Kadarius. Oh, Bill's gone.
I saw an interesting take on this that I kind of agree with. That you could argue, okay, you can't make the call on that spot, but they came out and said they admit it, he was offsides. It's the correct call. Their argument is that you can't call that right there. But if you're going to say that, what happened in the Super Bowl last year with that nonsense pass interference call? That, that's the call. It's by the rule. That's right. It gets called there. So you could, say that shouldn't have been called, but then you also can't call that in the Super Bowl, and then you potentially lose to the Eagles, give the Eagles another Super Bowl. So, it goes both ways. You can't be ticked off. I was very shocked that Patrick Mahomes was complaining right to Josh Allen's face after the game. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. Because Josh Allen loses on nonsense overtime to Patrick Mahomes, and what does he say after the game? Probably shakes his hand, good job, There was no media attention on that because it was just a normal interaction. Mahomes goes nuts because, he got beat by the refs. Don't put yourself in that spot. And it's not Josh Allen's fault.
I lost a lot of respect for Patrick Mahomes after that game. Now he's in diva territory. He's in crybaby territory.
That's the word.
That's
the word.
I agree.
He's a little baby. He is, and he's been spoiled because he has arguably the best coach in the league, and had a ton of talent around him for how many years, and now doesn't, and has to do it, and he gets a correct call that goes against him and cries like a little baby like that. That was ridiculous. That was a shame. I was, because I'm a Mahomes guy. Obviously, the Super Bowl didn't help because I used to like him a lot more. But I'm still a Mahomes guy. He's still amazing, right? And then he went and embarrassed himself. Like, you can't be doing that.
He was one of those few guys who's like an absolute elite level talent and a class act.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he tainted that reputation with this outburst.
Yeah,
it was a hit. Yep.
Do we think that anyone even remembers it like a year from today?
No,
probably not.
Okay.
No, but it's just another like feather in the cap. It's something that when you look back at him, you're gonna remember that. It's gonna be like part of something that happened. Like Tom Brady, obviously the GOAT, right? I think we all agree. I know we fought like Peyton Manning the best, whatever. At this point, I don't think you could argue Tom Brady's best of all time. But you look back, and how many times do people talk about Tom Brady? And all the times he's complained that he's not getting calls, and how Brady got every call in the league because that's what he did. Tuck rules, Spygate, all that stuff. But that's what I mean. Like, this is going to be, if this becomes a pattern, one time it's not a big deal. But if this becomes a pattern, and that's what Mahomes starts doing, that's what he's going to be remembered for. And he's not winning enough to be that Tom Brady level, because people didn't like that when Tom Brady was winning every single year anyway. Tom Brady's not doing that. So,
Tom Brady's not even the best Tom.
All right, wait. Let's get into the GOAT discussion in 1 second, but because that could be great. Can't wait for this. But
Tommy DeVito.
I actually yes. Oh, man, you walked into that one. Like, I don't even have a problem with complaining about it, like, in the game. Like, there's a lot of people like, oh, he's like slamming his helmet on the side of the sideline after it happened. I don't care. You're supposed to. What, are you supposed to like lose like that and then be fine with it? No, that's completely fine. It's the press conference. It's the elaborate show in the press conference where you're saying, like, how could you call that in that moment?
The quality
how
of the product.
How could you do your job, right? How could you do your job and officiate fairly? Like that, you don't do that in the press conference. You keep that on the field. You can whine and complain for every call you want out there. Brady everybody does that. Like, pretty much every quarterback does that for the most part.
Yeah.
Not a problem with that.
In my mind, too, it was right in Josh Allen's face. He comes to shake your hand at midfield. You're going to complain about a bad call to the opposing quarterback that didn't do it, just won the game, and who's been on the wrong side of that call, how many times in his career already too. You never see him complain. That to me was the biggest thing. Like the press conference was not good too, but right in Josh Allen's face, I thought that was ridiculous.
The Josh Allen was nuts. But here's a good question for you. What is your favorite sideline antic that you've seen? Because my personal favorite, I like the iPad spike. Whenever you see an iPad spike, I'm just having a great day. That's my personal favorite. I don't know if you guys have any things you like to see, but that one's my go-to.
I got one, but I'll go last. Who's up?
Or
if you need one, I got one. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
The iPad spike is a good one. I don't know if I have like a particular favorite antic, but like throwing the helmet to me is like, that's when you got him. Or like if the coach like spikes the headset, I think the headset's a big one. Yeah.
And it's so comical to watch because the cord is always clipped to their belt, so it doesn't even spike all the way to the ground. It just swings down really hard.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Or
one.
how about just or even just like open it up to like favorite thing you've seen on the sideline, as far as like in anger or in celebration or anything. Like, do you have any moments that stand out? Because I got one, right? This is, get ready for this. Donovan McNabb, ready? He is in it's a playoff game. It's not like a conference championship or anything. It's like a wild card or divisional game. And they're on the road. They're actually at the Giants. And he runs late in the game. He runs scrambles for a first down or on a third down. I don't know. A significant play though late in the game that like sets them up to either win or puts the Eagles in good shape. And he goes out of bounds on this scramble on the Giants sideline. Tex, you know this, right? He runs, doesn't go out of his way and make a scene or anything, but he's pushed far enough out of bounds that he ends up like by a bench that has one of the phones, like a phone set. So he grabs the phone and like picks it up and puts it up against his helmet and then like throws it down and jogs off. That one sticks with me. It was like the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was like, I don't know why. I don't know how many years ago it was. Someone smarter than me probably remembers this, but it cracks me up just thinking about it.
I forgot about that. That is all time.
Yep. I was dying.
That sounds amazing.
Do you remember it, Bike, or no?
I don't know if I remember watching it live. I was probably pretty young at the time, but I do remember like seeing it after the fact for sure, like seeing clips of it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if I saw it live or not. That might have been because McNabb was what early. He was 2000s, I know, but then like was he around like early 2010s, like 2011?
I don't.
That was like close.
No,
that
that was Carson 1. That was Carson 1.
Wentz was 12. He was drafted.
I was gonna say it was the transition period because you had Vic in there, remember too. So I think he was definitely by like 2010. I think he was out.
Yeah. Okay. Then I was like not even 10 years old. So I don't think I would have seen like close enough attention for that. But I do remember seeing clips after. It's awesome.
Yeah, cracks me up. But
I'll drop an old name for you. Eagles. I'm pretty sure he's a fullback. You remember Owen Schmidt?
Oh,
no,
he was the guy that bashed his helmet, right?
Like on the sideline, grabs his helmet by the face mask and just starts bashing it off his head, like splits his forehead open, blood running down, suits up, runs out on the field. That's not a man I'm trying to tackle. I'm staying away from him.
That's tough. That's
built different. Fullbacks are built different.
Or like, I'm sure. Have you seen the clip of the? I'm pretty sure it was Alabama offensive tackle that they're like in between plays, get like the refs are spotting the ball, like they break the huddle, walk over, and they're kind of standing around a little bit. This dude just straight up turns, pukes onto the field, looks at the guy across from the tackle, points, and just goes.
I think that was Tennessee.
It was Tennessee. Yes.
I would put myself immediately.
Yeah, I think the announcers called it too. They're like, he turned puking into an intimidation tactic. Like,
that
was awesome.
Just casually throws up and is like, "Yeah, now I'm coming for you."
Yeah,
that was a good one. That's a great clip.
That's awesome. Yeah, classic.
Evan, who's the GOAT if not Tom Brady?
Oh, I was going to say Tommy DeVito, but it is Tom Brady.
Okay. I thought we might have some substance there, but that's
fine. Does anybody want to dispute that? I thought that was like a pretty,
I would love to
vanilla thing to say.
I definitely want to dispute it. I just can't.
No, it's too much winning.
I don't want it to be him, but he's too good. You can't do it.
Way too much winning. Yeah, he's just won a lot of games, so you can't argue it anymore.
And the nail in the coffin, he was the first one with Tampa. Because I was going to say, year one takes it to the chip. That's proof right there.
Yeah.
I know we were all like on the Peyton Manning train for a while, but what was the point for you guys where you couldn't deny it? Like it is Tom Brady. Was it? Because I agree with Tex. It was the Tampa Super Bowl.
Yeah, 100%.
Even before that, I think we were fighting an uphill battle, but that was there's no more conversation to be had if you're going to take yourself seriously. So it's definitely Tampa Super Bowl, different team, different players. I mean, no question.
Yeah.
What do we think about kind of staying in the realm of professional sports here? What do we think about the Draymond Green indefinite suspension?
I just saw that today. So did you guys, Evan? I'm sure you did, but did Bike and Tex see the clip of the latest swing by him?
No, I did not.
But honestly, Draymond doing Draymond things. This is not surprising.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much what happened was he just kind of like turned around and flailed. He wasn't even looking at. It was Nurkic that he hit in the Suns. Don't even know what he was thinking, but he just turned around, swung his arm flat around, cracked him right in the head. It was a decent shot. It was a decent shot.
It was awesome.
Nurkic is okay. I think that the whole problem, in my opinion, I think the suspension is kind of ridiculous, and that the whole reason it's happening is because Nurkic didn't swing back. I think if Nurkic swung back, all was well. All was good and well. League is in a good position, but no, Nurkic didn't swing back, so I blame him for this whole situation. But that's just me.
That's an interesting take.
Part of it, I think, has to be Draymond's history.
Oh no, that's why. That's why he's suspended, definitely. But
well, no, he's suspended definitely because he threw a punch at a guy. But I think it was funny, so I'm gonna back Draymond on this.
But don't you think? Yeah, go ahead, Bill. You take this one.
Yeah, we're gonna say the same thing, right? But I mean, if that was any other player, that he wouldn't have been suspended indefinitely.
Not indefinitely.
Maybe not indefinitely, but at least a couple games.
You get like a 2-game suspension.
It's indefinite.
Yeah, we've seen it before.
It was well. What happened when Isaiah Stewart ran out against LeBron? Didn't he get suspended a couple games? He ran around the backside.
Yeah, but not indefinitely. Not indefinitely.
No, I'm not saying indefinite. I'm saying another player would be suspended for a couple games at the very least, though.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think that's the argument here. I think the argument is because it's Draymond, it's indefinite.
Right, the history is what makes it indefinite.
Okay. Oh yeah, for sure.
There's the league saying
apparently he's going to get some counseling and needs to show improvement to get reinstated back up.
No matter what profession you're in, you don't want to hear that one. You don't want to hear needs to show improvement. That's not a good place to be.
Oh, I love it. I'm all about it. I think it's great for the league. It's interesting.
Oh man! Oh, my goodness. The thing is, he walks the line not so perfectly this time, but so perfectly of arguing blamelessness, but at the same time, you know exactly what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know what he's about. You know who he is. Yeah. You can mask it, disguise it, get away with it here and there. But like he's doing that yesterday, trying to hit him, and he did. And just because he didn't look, like then I'm not doing anything.
He said he was not trying to hit him.
Yeah, of course he said he's not, but he is. Like, what are you doing? Let me just flail. Let me just decide to flail and swing like a windmill. Like, because that helps me play basketball. Like, well, what are we doing? Right? Like, what do you think, Evan? You're actually the most versed of us, easily. So, what do you think?
About what part of it?
About Draymond in general. I mean, he is. You can't deny it. No, he's like he's a dirty player deep down, and he just hides it well.
I hate Draymond when he's playing against my team. So if he does that to like Chet Holmgren or something, I'm gonna be mad. But I mean, I don't dislike Nurkic. I actually do like Nurkic. I just think it's funny against a team that's not my team. So I love watching Draymond because you never know what's gonna happen when he's on the court.
Oh, like, that's not the argument. That's the He's awesome.
To watch is a Draymond technical or a Pat Bev technical. Like, they're just funny. In terms of was it a good basketball play, should he be suspended? No, it was a dirty play. 100% should be suspended for it. There was no basketball involved in that. That was just like you swung at him, right? So the suspension is definitely fair, but I just think that it's kind of funny. So since Nurkic is okay, I just think it's a hilarious situation. But that's just me.
True. No, you cannot deny he's one of the most entertaining players, polarizing, but also entertaining in the league right now, and has been for how many years? I mean,
yes. So we went to a Sixers game last week, and I said before we got to the game, I said there's one thing that I would like to see, and there's a Pat Bev technical. And sure enough, what did we see? A Pat Bev technical. That's all I wanted. made my whole weekend.
And we got to sing the song too.
Yeah, sing the Philadelphia 76ers song. Love that song.
Yeah. How was the game, by the way? I was sad I couldn't go.
It was good. It's kind of crazy. Like we kind of had when it was nosebleeds, but like you can still tell like the obviously the skill gap is going to be huge, but you don't realize that the actual skill gap from like college like to the NBA. They're not even. It's hard to describe because those guys are just. It's obviously differently. Like it's going to be the professionals, but yeah, watching them in person, they're insane. They're pretty cool to watch. They make really difficult shots look extremely easy, which is so impressive. But yeah, it was a good game. It was a lot of fun.
And Wells Fargo, honestly, I was not surprised, but impressed, I guess is the right word. That it's a little cliche to say, but there really isn't a bad seat in the house. Like even I have like where we still had a great view of the game, could see everything going on.
Yeah,
it's just a nice place, nice venue.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
You get a good deal on the tickets?
Yeah, like $10.
$10.
Oh, nice.
Where'd you get them? Wait, Tex, is that the website you were telling us about? Is that where you got them, Evan? Like the last minute tickets or whatever?
No, I got them on Ticketmaster.
Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. $10. That's pretty good.
10 bones.
$10. There were actually a little like cheaper ones for $7, but they were directly behind the hoop. We were like at an angle so we could see a little better.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll pay an extra.
Splurge a little bit, the extra $3. Yeah.
Exactly for much better seats. So that was pretty good. But yeah, no, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
Or if Ticketmaster wants to sponsor us, hook us up with some tickets.
Ticketmaster.
That's all it takes.
We are not sponsored, but we're just saying this. I have had good experiences with Ticketmaster. Just saying that's just my personal opinion.
I've had some bad experiences with Ticketmaster too. So depending how much we get,
this is a good chance for them to make it up to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons. We can be very positive about Ticketmaster or very negative. So it depends. Depends what they write on that check.
How many zeros it has?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what. If it's got 4 zeros, like for 2 for cents, and then like 2 could make it $100, we'll be positive.
True.
I like $100.
And as a bonus, we'll throw in the lost pod.
If there's
$100,
if there is any check at all with anything on it, we will take it. I don't care how many zeros, what number is on there. It doesn't. If it's a penny, we will take any check with any amount of numbers. I promise.
I do want to say though, shout out to the Sixers organization. They know how to get people excited. When the third quarter ended, we entered the sponsored by the Toyota RAV fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was tough.
No.
God, everyone was fired up. They love a RAV4. So excited.
That was
everyone
wild.
going crazy. The RAV fourth quarter. Ask your friends.
Like,
what do they do for it? Anything?
Nothing.
They just
Just put a
put a
graphic on the screen. The Toyota, the RAV fourth quarter.
Yeah,
amazing.
They don't throw them into the audience. They don't give any away.
No.
Oh no, they did a bunch of that, but that wasn't as good.
Yeah, that's true. That's really not helpful.
They have
That's just a mess.
like an automatic.
They didn't drive a RAV4 out onto the court.
No.
That's weak. That's weak. You gotta at least drive one out onto the court.
They had outside, like right when you walk in the main gate, they had a vehicle, but it was a Corolla.
Oh,
sad.
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 But
I'm
choosing to believe the RAV4 shows up in the fourth quarter, and then they drive it out when the fourth quarter ends, and we just didn't get out in time to see it.
That's a nice thought, but the RAV4 was booked. Daryl Morey, right? He's the owner of what, the Sixers, and who else? The RAV4 was booked at the other place. He couldn't bring it up to the Wells Fargo Center that night.
You want the crazy part of the game? They brought out as one of the guests, like to show up on the screen. They had Big Dom, right?
Big Dom made an appearance.
Big Dom was there.
Oh man,
yeah, Big Dom was there. That was nuts.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
Yeah, that was really
Did you see he's not allowed to be on the field now for games?
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's so sad. He's the head of security. How do you not let him on the field?
Not secure. We're insecure now.
That's insane. He was literally just doing his job.
So any coach that touches a player is not allowed in the game. So when a player runs out of bounds and the coaches brace them to stop them, toss them, get them out. You can't touch a player.
I mean, what the heck was his name? Who actually threw the punch at Dom, Big Dom?
Dre
from the Niners. Yeah, Greenlaw. He's playing, right? He's back on the field. Yeah. Why can't Dom be on the field? That's insane to me. That's insane to me.
I'm honestly not sure. I mean, it's obviously not a huge deal, but it's honestly, why can't he be? Because the game's over. Both players or both parties rather are not together anymore. So why can't he be on the field?
Or if and when the Eagles play the Niners again, they were like, all right, hey, you can't be.
Yeah, I'd understand that.
Do I agree?
That'd make more sense.
Yeah. That at least makes sense. This I can't even understand.
No.
I'd still be mad about that too. Because if it's 5 weeks later, then you're like, oh yeah, you got to go back up in the booth. It's like that.
Yeah, but at least there's a reason for it though. Now there's no the guy was just trying to do his job. He got punched and now he can't be on the field. That's crazy.
He got his nose booped.
Yeah.
Imagine you get rear-ended and then they suspend your license.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Not good. Not good, man.
No. Poor Big Dom, man. Big Dom, come on the pod. We want to hear your side of the story. Greenlaw's not welcome. We don't want to hear from him. Just Big Dom.
I agree.
Unless
Big Dom anytime
wants to sponsor us.
No. We don't take Greenlaw money. He's the only one. We won't take his money. Not good here.
I would take your money. We're doing a podcast without you.
Yeah. I guess for the right amount of money, but he'd need a couple extra zeros, past Ticketmaster. No, I'd take it back.
I do want to touch quickly on the speaking of the Sixers game before we leave that topic. I was thoroughly impressed and very disappointed at the same time. The Sixers had a pair of T-shirt Gatling guns.
Yeah, those are awesome.
They were super cool, just compressed air, I guess, CO2, and the barrel just rotated. where they could go
That's
and
sweet.
shoot them out. The problem was it was only firing like a quarter of the time because it kept misfiring and like it was just shooting air out and no like shirts or anything. They had so much potential and it just didn't do it. I was disappointed.
Gotta give the engineering team a little bit more time. They'll figure it out.
Perfected design.
Yeah, they gotta hire a Penn State engineer out there.
Bring in Mark Rober.
We have to iterate. We need some iteration on design.
Yeah.
Where's Mark Rober at when you need him?
Yeah.
Sponsor us. Come on the pod, Mark Rober. Talk engineering with us.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Him and Veritasium. Veritasium's also the GOAT.
Never heard.
Oh man, I don't know these guys.
You never heard Veritasium?
I don't know either.
Bill, remember at the it was at SoFi Stadium, so they had that huge T-shirt gun like hit the top of the stadium.
Yeah,
that was Mark Rober design that they had him like make that.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, he's real good.
Veritasium is like a big science guy. Craig turned me on to.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, Bill, do you remember when we were down at Maria and Craig's and we were watching YouTube on their TV, and he was talking about like how bowling balls work and how they were made, and we were like,
oh yeah, that was
all the manufacturers.
That's Veritasium.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, he was pretty sweet. I do know that for all.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I've never been to. Actually, I think I was at the Wells Fargo Center once, but it was for a Flyers game, and it was like years ago. But the only NBA game I've seen, actually, of all places, was at Staples. When we went for the Rose Bowl when we were out there, and whatever it was, 2017, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was. I bring this up whenever I can because of the greatest Laker of all time, Swaggy P. That was the days of Swaggy P on the Lakers. So I saw Swaggy P live during the height of the hype, and it was tremendous. A good time was had.
Swaggy P. That's a good call.
Post Kobe days when they were just trash.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a good time. As not a Lakers fan, that was a great time for me. But...
Fair. Yeah.
Were you? I think you were what, like a Celtics fan back then, Evan?
I liked Rajon Rondo when I was younger, so I root for the Celtics. But then I bandwagoned the Thunder, and then but then I stuck with them when they sucked. So now I'm a true fan. I think that's fair.
Tex has been a Thunder fan for as long as I remember. Tex, do you consider Evan a true Thunder fan after what you just heard?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I consider myself a Thunder fan, and I couldn't tell you last time I watched a game.
Okay, fair.
My bar for entry is very
How are you
low.
a Thunder fan? I'm not a fan, so by default, Evan's a fan. Like,
second in the West right now, baby.
He's
We're
more
looking
of a
good.
fan than me. I can't take that from him.
Fair.
Chet Holmgren Rookie of the Year. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, number 3 in the MVP running right now. That's all I'm saying.
Chet, we love Chet.
Chet's good. He's legit. He's a hooper.
That is nuts. They're number 2, by the way. I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know who's number 1 is the Timberwolves.
The T-Wolves. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Would have lost that bet.
Oh yeah, great year for basketball. A lot of same with football. Like there's a lot of parity in a lot of leagues right now. Like everything's just kind of going well. I feel like there's not like maybe the Niners, but like anyone could win the NFL right now. NBA and a lot of teams could win it. College football.
Yeah, true. Football, the AFC is definitely like that. I think NFC, the 3 teams are kind of separate themselves. Philly and the other 2, Dallas and Niners.
They have what?
AFC is definitely wide open.
They have what, 6 teams that are 7-6 right now?
Something like that.
It sounds right.
There are still 30 teams that are eligible to make the playoffs at this point in the season. 30 teams can make it.
That's impressive.
How many? Yeah, I mean probably like 10 on each side, legit. Maybe like 20, say that.
Yeah, but
don't need a miracle, basically.
Yeah, but it's
like the Patriots and the Panthers, probably.
Panthers are done.
Probably the Cardinals are done.
Cardinals, either Patriots or Cardinals, I think.
Sounds right.
Yeah, crazy year. Very good year for sports right now.
Oh yeah.
You want to know actually another league that is extraordinarily balanced? The Elko Classic.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
We are the most competitive since our inception, I think.
Don't even want to talk about it.
So, who wants to hear this nice tale I have from this past week?
Hang on.
I'll do timeline style. I'll go timeline style, right?
I like to hear it.
Let's hear it. Yeah.
So fantasy football, right? We've got me against Mrs. Kelsey or whatever Maria's team name is, right? Early on in the week, say like Tuesday, I talk smack in the group chat. First mistake, right? Because I
huge mistake.
huge mistake. Should have foreshadowing, major foreshadowing, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad I'm playing the worst team in the league in a must-win situation for me to get in the playoffs, right? Talk my smack, we're feeling good, we're going in. We're projected. All right, now later in the week. Now it's crunch time, it's game time. We're projected to win by like 40. Projections mean nothing, but also
good to have them.
I'm feeling pretty good. Get in there. Got Herbert starting nicely. He gets crunched with the hand. He gives me 1.8. Now we got a ball game. So now we get to Sunday night, and going into Monday night, I am down, I believe, 19. And everything is done except for I have the Dolphins defense, right? So I need 19 out of the Dolphins defense. By the way, Maria started. They're ready. The Washington defense. They're on a bye. so that's sidebar. That's caveat. But
that'd be the most points they put up all season. That defense.
She's probably lucky because they would have lost points for her if they actually played the game. But I digress. So Dolphins defense, right? They start with the pick six, and you've still got like the 0 point scored and all that. Like points are piled up. So I'm actually winning now for a good amount of the game. Then Will Levis is wearing them down and gaining yards, and slowly I'm dropping below that 19 I need. So then we have. I'm trying to think of what happened first. Was it the muffed punt? I don't know. Did you guys watch this game?
Nope.
All right.
I was studying.
Only reason I did was because of the fantasy. So we have. I need I need 2. I think I need 2 points. So the Titans muff a punt recovered by the Dolphins. I am now like 0.9 up or whatever, right? So I'm like, I'm right there, but also definitely not safe. So then they score, and then they kick it away again. The next ensuing drive, it might even be the next play. The Titans pitch the ball back to Henry, fumble it, mishandle, whatever it is. Dolphins recover. Now I'm up like 2 or 4 or whatever it is. I'm like, all right. I think I was up 2 at this point. I'm like, hey, this might actually happen. Against all odds, Miami defense is going to give me the win here, needing 19. The Titans, out of nowhere, go 2 consecutive drives, length of the field, scoring 2 touchdowns. Do not only beat Miami, but let me have a nice sit home the rest of the fantasy season and lose by 10 to Maria, who is 3-10 on the air. Not a fun time. Not a fun time on Monday night.
Tough day.
I couldn't even be said about fantasy this week because I put up like 70, so I'm not going to talk about mine. But that sucks, though. It's the worst when you have hope late in the last game and then it all just falls apart.
Fourth quarter, I have a defense giving me 20 to potentially win me a matchup that I have no business winning because I got nothing on my quarterback. And man, that was a tough loss. Outside of losing the championship game, which I think I've done twice, that was probably my worst loss ever.
She giveth and she taketh away.
Yep. So the message for everyone at home is there is no need to talk smack if you need a win. There's just never a scenario where that works out well for you.
Yeah, I appreciate the warning, Bill, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, the playoffs too. So I mean,
yeah, go ahead, Tex. Who do you want to talk smack on? Let's hear it.
Yeah, who are you giving a free win to?
Somebody out.
I'm talking smack to all 3 of you guys right now because, as I remember, we made a little bet about who scores the most points this season among us, and there's a guy right here.
No, that was me.
No.
No. No,
you might have been the lowest
last week. I was watching Bill his game more closely than I was watching Zach who I was playing against.
Unreal. That's another one too. I'm like top 4 in points for, and I'm not in the playoffs. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
tough day.
I know.
Should play better defense.
Should have.
It's true.
Not a defensive player like I am.
Yeah.
I was from the bottom 4 in point 4, and I was borderline.
Gotta love it.
Listen, I needed to give somebody else a chance to win this year. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Tex.
Your charity's always welcome here, Bike.
Don't expect it next year.
I'll take them.
Don't expect it next year. But
I just want to make it back to the playoffs, guys. I'm in a drought, and it's been a drought since we started doing fantasy, so I got to figure something out.
yeah, I was gonna say, kind of, you have to. A drought implies that there was success at some point.
I made the playoffs a couple times.
You know who else made the playoffs a couple times? The Jaguars. They made the playoffs a couple times.
Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them.
The Bills made the playoffs a couple times.
Don't mess with them either. Good team.
Oh my goodness, the Giants were in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
That still boggles me how that.
I'll be back. Wait until next season. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after him.
I've heard that one before.
I'm pretty sure I suck at the auction draft too, because I used to be like a force with Snake, and I haven't. I've been fringe every single year since the auction started, so I'm pretty sure a theme has developed. Yeah,
Snake is a lot easier. Snake is a lot easier.
Snake is definitely easier. It is. No question. But auction is more fun. I just think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Completely agree. More fun.
I hate that stupid game.
Have to bring some spice to the fantasy accords this year.
I like it. No, I think there should be no change. This is the most balanced year we've ever seen.
That's actually very true. We do need
every-
to actually set an actual tiebreaker, though, because we were really close to needing one this year.
We were just like last year again. It was almost the same. I was like bracing for it again. I'm like, oh my god, I have to check the tape and everything else.
You don't have one?
Well, no,
No,
we have
we
have
do.
one set up, but like somehow last year got screwed up. It was like different than what it was supposed to be, and there was like remember there was like a whole we had to like have a big end of season meeting about this, and that was like the one thing. Yeah, that was like the one thing that we needed to fix in the fantasy accords, but because we pulled the prank on Evan and Zach, it was the one thing we didn't actually address during the fantasy accords.
Forgot about it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So next year, that's number one on the list. We have to talk about that like right off the bat.
Before I forget, I say we just do points forward. We'll talk about that at a later date. We have a lot of time before that decision, but that's mine.
Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty much what we did last year. It's like unless there's a clear tiebreak, like one person has beaten all the other teams and it's clean. You gotta do
I
points
say
forward.
just point four anyway. Well, we'll talk about that at a different time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
We'll take that offline. We'll take that offline.
Yeah,
take
that's
it
personal.
Yeah, that's an accord.
Let's circle back to that.
It's personal.
I'll follow up.
Yeah. Let me check.
Yeah.
Back to you.
I'll follow up.
Yeah.
I'll get something on the calendar.
We'll set something up later this week.
Oh my goodness. Yo, where's the food at? Don't we have to bring one item out of the fridge each week now? That was a nugget from the last pod. But
in the last pod, we started discussing. We have one food item each week. We like to show just some kind of food item that you better like.
Could I bring out a food item because I actually have food in my fridge this week?
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
No, everybody brings one. Everybody brings one.
Everybody brings one. Okay.
I've already got mine.
Oh, my phone doesn't have mine?
Well, I got mine at the freezer, but I'm on my phone as always.
Am I the only one who doesn't have his food item?
Oh, no. I gotta go to the fridge now.
Oh, all right.
Bike's gonna be the master editor and then play some nice music over this while we all go.
Oh, no, I'll take over. I'll take over. You guys.
Yeah, me and Evan are on takeover mode.
Yes.
We'll take over mode. You guys get your food. We'll make this happen.
Are you not getting yours too much? I could just talk to the viewers.
You can do it yourself? All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Hang on.
Hey guys, how we doing today? Leave me a comment down below. Leave me 2 comments. I want to see number 1. Let's go with what's your favorite NBA moment of all time. I don't care if it's the LeBron block on Iguodala or the Steph Curry 3 against the Thunder, the big one when you get the double bang from what's his name, Mike Breen, I think his name, whatever his name is. And second comment, let's just hear who your favorite NBA team is. Let's talk about that in the comment section below. Welcome back, guys.
We are back.
Good to be back.
Love a good chat.
Great chat.
I'm loving the transition there, the zoom.
Oh, thanks.
I caught that. That's nice. That's
nice. Shouts out to my dad. It's the fancy camera he bought me because my old camera was really bad. This one's actually good now. So
significantly better.
He is
loud
and clear.
You can see this nice, handsome face in HD quality.
I like the beard coming back, Bike. We're rocking the beard again.
Yeah, so the reason that I haven't shaved the beard is, number one, I've been studying a lot. So, cutting your hair is not really something that you focus on. Number two, I can't find my razor. And I've already lost my razor twice. This is the third time, and I don't want to buy a fourth razor. So I need to find this one, and I can't. I just can't find it.
It's Christmas right around the corner, guys. Christmas right around the
Yeah,
corner.
I know. No, like I took it. I thought I took it with me for like a meeting out of state, and I came back and it's just gone. So I don't know if I left it in a hotel or if it's like if I didn't put it back in my bag and it's like in my car just loose. I don't know what happened, but I can't find it. So I have to. But I'm not buying another one. I'm finding this razor. I'm finding this one.
Committed to
It's
finding it.
beard. It's the razor search beard.
It's the razor search beard. So hopefully next week when we record this will all be gone. But I also need a haircut really bad. This is like a big mop. So I'll be looking spiffy next week.
Grow it out. Long hair don't care.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Get the flow.
The big thing for me is the size. I look like I got a big mushroom head.
I'm thinking about
I have that problem. Yeah.
I'm thinking about this is all gonna go. We're gonna get the back in size. I might go middle part though. Is what I'm thinking. How about that for a mix up?
Ooh, that is a mix up.
We may go middle.
You
part.
don't want my take on that.
Well, buddy, you're in no position to be talking. Let me just that real quick. let me
the one nice feature I have is my hair. Okay, so let's
Are we sure about that?
I've been told by many people that I got nice hair. So
sure.
That's the only thing I got going for me.
It's not going to be
aside
like
from these chocolate brown eyes I got going on.
I'll show you what I'm looking for later on. You'll see. But it could be kind of tough though. I might head to the barber get myself straight. But now that we all have our food of the day,
Who's going to take us for show and tell?
What do we have, Mike? Let's see what you have. I'm curious. I don't want to wait any longer to see what this guy has. Hot dogs.
Hot
dogs.
Ooh,
I
do have hot dogs. They are in there. I did think about bringing them out because Evan left them at my apartment from when he came to visit. So I still got some hot dogs in there. But this one is purchased by yours truly. Country Crock butter.
Oh,
that's not the point of the segment, buddy. We're trying to look for something unique, something to put the people on. We're not looking for Country Crock.
Country Crock. Try it. It's good. I especially recommend using it when you make your Kraft mac and cheese, which was not in my fridge, so I couldn't bring that. But you take a little spoon of this guy, you mix it in there while the noodles are still hot. Ooh, then we're talking.
This is why Evan denies the pod exists. This is why you won't tell his friends.
It's good. Country Crock. Look at that. Country fresh taste. Country Crock. Red Barn original. Nothing fancy. Original Country Crock butter.
You're right.
Great for mac and cheese. Great for mac and cheese.
A gallon of milk.
That'd be
I got weekends.
I have a water bottle. This is a bottle of water. Inside is water. It's like nothing.
No, Country Crock tastes good.
I'm more of a Land O'Lakes guy.
Get out of here. Come on now.
No,
I've been on Land O'Lakes lately too, actually.
No, Land O'Lakes is no question the best butter. If we're actually going to have this conversation, Land O'Lakes is the best butter.
There's like something nostalgic about Country Crock. Isn't that what Grandma would always have in her fridge?
All right, so this is weird because I've never seen her. I never saw her with Country Crock butter in her fridge, but she always had the big plastic containers it came in for like leftovers.
Yes.
And stuff.
No,
maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
You would
never had it.
Maybe that's
she
why.
liked that. I can't believe it's not butter.
That is true.
No, really?
Yeah, she loved that.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah.
But I do know she had those big round drums.
I know in our fridge butter. I know in our fridge we always had Country Crock butter.
Yeah, I do like Country Crock, but I just Land O'Lakes has the sticks, so I've been using the sticks lately. That's just.
What's the size you got there, Bike? What's the size on that container? Is that the big boy?
No, 15 ounce. I can't eat that much butter.
No, you're reasonable. Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Okay.
Thank goodness.
No, yeah. That's good enough for a long time. But that makes a lot of mac and cheese with that butter. So Country Crock, shouts out, sponsor us.
Yes, we're begging for the sponsorship.
What does anyone else have? What does anyone else have?
There we go. I got one. I got this one. I got a good one with this one. The hell of a good dip, but notably, it is. I don't know if it says it on the top or not.
Buffalo wing.
It says it over. Buffalo wing, but key also here. Limited edition. Buffalo wing, good dip. That's a limited edition right there. And then wait. Let's see how ugly it looks. Maybe I can't show it.
Graded and try and sell it.
Oh no, it's mostly unused, so it looks good.
It's not mint condition.
Good. It's good. It's not mint condition though.
It's probably like
That's a PSA 7. That's a PSA 7 right there.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I will say my favorite hell of a good is the French onion, but this one also has gotten good reviews. Check it out. Hell of a good sponsor us.
Have you ever had the cheddar bacon hell of a good dip?
I have not. Is it good?
Also very good.
Yeah, good product there. Good quality across the board.
Hell of a good dip.
Oh yeah.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Who's up? Tex.
Tex, what you got?
Today's episode is sponsored by Panera Soup.
That's a good one.
I typically don't go to Panera because it's expensive, but they had these in the grocery store, and it was like a 3 for $10 deal. And now I wish I bought 100 of them. This one's the broccoli cheddar, which is honestly fire. But I will say, either last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago or something, it was a Saturday, and it was cold, and it was rainy. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have some lunch. And then, I had some I was going to go to the grocery store. I was going to do some chores, blah, 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 get caught up. I heated up Mexican-style corn chowder. Oh, man.
Yeah, probably good stuff.
It was absolutely phenomenal. And then by the time I got to the bottom of the bowl, I put my spoon down and I passed out. It was nap time. It completely destroyed my plans to be productive that entire day.
That's how you do it.
But
done.
It was some nice soup. So I
Panera's got good soup, man. They got real broccoli Panera, the broccoli cheddar when you actually go to Panera. That's real good stuff.
That's why I got this one. I saved it for. It's the last of the three. I got the corn chowder. I got a baked potato soup, which was also good, and then I got the broccoli cheddar. I expected the broccoli to be the best, which is why I saved it. But that corn chowder is gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Evan, after you go, we have to do a best soup debate, but you gotta round us out first.
Okay, well, so last week I did have cotton candy grapes. I actually got more of those, but that's not what I brought today. Today I have True Fruit. All right, and what this is they're frozen. It's pineapples covered in white chocolate and coconut, and it's a nice healthy snack. And they are little pieces of them. Hang on, I'll take one out and show you right now. Actually, if I can open this up, actually, I'm gonna put you down for 1 second. Hang on, stay with me.
That sounds incredible, though. Pineapples?
Pineapple covered in coconut and white chocolate. Little pieces.
That looks tremendous.
Delicious.
Wow. That does really good.
Fantastic.
And they're cold. They're right there in the fridge. They're refrigerated.
You keep them frozen. You keep them frozen.
Frozen. Okay.
Freezer?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
They stay frozen.
It's not a fridge. Not a fridge.
That's a freezer item, boss.
That's a freezer.
That's okay. That's okay.
I've got a fridge.
Oh, it does not count. Does not count.
I've got a fridge freezer. It's
I've been
combination.
overruled, Evan. I'm sorry. It's 2-1.
Look, it's 2-2. You're on my team.
That is true. The self vote.
No, you can't vote for yourself.
Butter. I don't want to hear it from you, Chief.
Butter's good. You can eat butter. It's in my fridge.
Let me see you eat butter right now, then. Let me see you eat butter right now.
He brings out the country crock, man.
I'm not wasting butter just to prove a point. Okay, I'm not crazy.
Break the tie down below. Does freezer count as fridge? We need to know for next week. Let us know.
Wait, no, you can't. That's a very easy answer. It's got to be more nuanced than that. When you say bring something, does freezer count as fridge? No, it's not the same word.
I thought it was
game over.
It can't be on TDS.
It doesn't have to be fridge. Just any food item it will do.
No, fridge.
Okay,
fridge item. No, I don't like it.
Wait, I like the food reco.
Yeah.
It's any food.
No.
Not convinced.
Now I'm on yes team.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Now I'm on yes team.
That one hurts.
Yeah, have fun bringing butter.
Expand our horizons.
Well, I guess I'm just a fridge purist. I don't know what I could say.
Next week, this guy's got butter, hot dogs.
I miss the old days of the game when people respected the rules. But
this guy's got butter, hot dogs, and Gatorade. That's it.
no, there's no Gatorade in there. I think there's a couple slices of
Too much credit.
No. There's no Gatorade.
I got some slices of American cheese in there though.
Nice.
Oh, bring that
spoilers
next week.
Only dairy.
Yeah. No, I'll get something good for next week. I'll go shopping.
Bike with a daily dairy.
Only dairy.
Yeah.
If it's not dairy, it stays outside.
Next week, let's make it a dairy special.
Dairy special.
Special.
Bring your favorite dairy product.
That's like something they have in guys' grocery games. Oh, we got a dairy special going on today. You must have a dairy item in your food.
It's dairy
Dairy
week.
special. Try to make it Christmas theme. Dairy special. Try to make it Christmas theme. That's
too much. That's too hard.
No, it's not. It's so light. It's so easy.
Hey, but I have butter and hot dogs in my fridge, and you want me to get dairy and Christmas? I could do one, not the other.
Okay, do one or the other then. Your choice. Dairy
Okay.
or both.
Okay.
If you find them.
Unless we're just throwing the rules out the window, and I get something in my freezer too. But yeah.
Comment below.
All right.
Oh, best soup.
Yeah,
Best soup.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who's got it?
Well, Bill, you sound like you have a take on this one.
Oh, I have my number one answer.
I have a couple that come to mind. I'll just throw one out there and we'll see what kind of reaction it gets. Italian wedding.
That's good soup.
Love Italian
Good
wedding.
soup.
That's good
Good
soup.
Yep.
Not my number one though.
I'm torn. For a long time, hands down, it was Cappelletti soup for me. Love Cappelletti soup.
Good soup, but not the best.
I agree. Yeah, not bad, but not my fave.
The other one I have that's like it's been two, but it's like a close to now. New England clam chowder.
It's great soup,
Red
but still
or
not the best.
Oh, I just thought of
You're
another
Right,
one.
New England.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. No, man.
I like
Manhattan
both.
is right.
Manhattan's red, yeah.
I like them both, but the best soup.
They're both good, yeah.
Michael, I'm about to flip your vote real quick here. And it's got only certain places have it like a good one. Like for example, Olive Garden has a really good one.
You got me.
Chicken gnocchi soup, amazing.
Chicken gnocchi is
It
that's
is very
so
good.
Amazing.
That's my favorite. I take it
Yeah.
back. That's my favorite. But Cappelletti is so good, man.
But listen, I'm aware, and I think that if it wasn't for chicken gnocchi from like Olive Garden or a few select places that have it like that style, I'd probably say a clam chowder. But man, that chicken gnocchi is good stuff.
How about
That's
Evan,
good.
a lobster or crab bisque?
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's above. I see how I forget them too. That's above a clam chowder, but still
No
not,
question. Yeah,
but still not
that
above.
might be my one. That might be my one. And
For the
chicken gnocchi is
longest
in the running, but yeah, text it in there. Yeah.
For the longest time, I never really had strong opinions on soup, and then I somewhat recently discovered the People's Champion. Especially on a cold day, a nice hot crock of French onion is to die for.
Yeah, French onion's great. French onion's really,
I'm gonna
really
disagree
good.
there.
My only
Yeah, I was
problem
never a
with
French
French
onion guy.
onion is I have like it can't be a huge portion of it. Like I can't have a
No.
bowl of French onion soup.
No, it's your appetizer. It's never your whole meal.
Yeah. But I'm
You
talking
get that
like
cheese nice
that's
and
why.
crunchy on top. You get a
Yeah,
little bread
that
to
is
soak
really
in
good
there.
stuff.
No, dude, you get the New England clam chowder in a bread bowl.
No, you don't do bread bowls, man.
No, bread bowls are nice.
Maybe
Bread
I'm
bowls
not
are
a fan.
fantastic.
Nah.
There's broccoli
instead-
cheddar in a bread bowl. What's
Okay,
better?
so here's the thing. I have done this before at Panera. I've gotten broccoli cheddar in a bread bowl, which is very good. But I would rather just dip bread into the bowl and then not have a whole bunch of bread to eat at the end.
agree.
Here's what you're missing out on. You eat the whole soup first. Then you get to scrape against the wall and get the nice soggy pieces of bread with the soup in there. It's so good. It's so good.
Big man, what do you think the point of a bread? Well, you're gonna eat the bread first and leave the soup there? How's that gonna work?
No, but I'm saying like you don't eat like the crust. You get to just scrape it off the wall. You can like eat it with a spoon of the soup. It's so good. It's so good, and it has all the time to suck up the juices because it's sitting there the whole time you're eating.
So we're on the soggy versus not.
I was just gonna say, see episode 2. I mean,
I'm torn here because Evan makes more sense, but bike is more fun. The bread bowl is more fun.
It's more fun, but it's also more expensive, and I'd rather just dip my baguette into the food.
Cost aside,
I agree with
say the cost is the same. Say the cost is the same.
I would still
if they offer you a regular bowl or a bread bowl for the same price, which one are you taking?
Do I get the regular bowl with the baguette? Because you
bread, exactly, bread.
No, I'm taking the regular bowl.
Well, you're taking the reg. Oh, no.
I'm taking the regular.
That's just
it
wrong.
has a baguette. It needs a baguette. If I get no bread at all, then I'll take the bread bowl. But I'd rather a regular bowl and go at my own pace with the bread.
What if you get the bread bowl and they give you bread on the side?
That's what I did the one time. It was too much. It was entirely too much.
That's a lot of bread.
That's a lot of bread. Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot of bread.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find a happy medium here. But for me, it's like
arguments here.
The happy medium is exactly what it is, and you get a bowl of soup.
I also think it depends on if the soup is an appetizer or your meal. Because if it's an appetizer, you cannot do the bread bowl.
No.
But if it's your meal, I think you need the bread bowl because you need some filler in there.
Let me just say this: I'm never getting just one bowl of soup as my entire meal. I'll just say that real quick.
Yeah, there's very few soups that works. You need to have a really hearty soup.
So I had one when I was in Monterey for a conference. We went to the Fisherman's Wharf, and there was a restaurant where they their specialty was New England clam chowder in a bread bowl. That thing hit. That thing was awesome. It was great, and that really flipped me on the bread bowl debate because I had never really got them before that, but it was very filling. It was like a good, and I'm a big guy. Like that filled me up. That was like a good meal.
Interesting.
So I'm team bread bowl now. I'm team bread bowl.
So I'm not a bread bowl expert because I don't really go for it, but clam chowder, that's a pretty thin soup, right?
Typically. No, New England, the white clam chowder.
Thinking of the red.
Oh, the white one. Okay, yeah. I was going you can't put a clam chowder in a bread bowl if it's too because it's soup.
No, not the thick. Right. No, you get a thick one though. Yeah.
It's even more limited. You can't use any soup. It's more limited. A bread bowl.
No, true, but there's a reason that they still use it, even though it's more limited, because it's better.
No, they use it because it's a
because it's what?
It's cool. It's a cool gimmick. It's like you get a sombrero nacho hat or something. You know, like it's just a cool gimmick. Like it's not like actually like it's better than the best way to eat it.
It is a gimmick. Yeah, I agree.
This guy
is
despicable. Me too.
Yeah, I listen. It's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
All I know is the bread bowl improved my experience.
Great.
So I'll stand by it. I'll stand by it. You don't have to say I'm right, but I stand by it. I mean, you could. The guy that's getting the freezer pineapples when we're tasked to get a fridge item like Country Crock butter, or you can listen to me that knows. Oh, you want me to just make it appear right in my fridge? No, I'm waiting until the end of the pod. I'm not walking off screen again. You'll slander me as soon as I walk away with this anti-bread bowl propaganda.
I'll talk my talk whether you're here or not, buddy.
Big Corel dish companies are paying you to say this, probably.
Evan's big keto over here.
No, I'm not. No, not.
He is dish company's back.
Bread campaign.
Yeah, he's big dish company.
Written all over his face. Look at it. I can see it looking in his eyes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Drop your favorite soup below. By the way, drop your favorite soup in the comments. We got.
Actually, I have a very important question that we need to talk about because. I did the refer a friend thing on FanDuel because I don't bet a lot of money. You throw $10 in, you have fun for a couple weeks, whatever. But you have to refer a friend because my one buddy wanted to join. I had the account. I was like, great, we'll have a couple dollars to play with. It'll be fun. But the way they have it set up is you need to bet the entire referral bonus on one game, and I need a good lock to bet on. And the referral thing expires in 4 days.
Let me tell you something. Okay, so I think we've said many times, leave a comment down below on this. Let's make this the actual comment that we leave below. Because I feel like I left 2 comments below whenever we went away. That was my discussion with the viewers. So ignore those. This is the actual comment. But let me say, Michael, what I tried, because I did the exact same thing. I bet on one of the first NBA games, I took the Trailblazers plus 39.5. You don't get that money back. So if you so it's only the money you would profit. So I got 40 cents. I didn't get 40 cents.
So you only get the winnings. You don't get the. I gotcha. Yeah. So you might as well bet on something with a high yield because
Yep.
you're not getting it back anyhow.
Exactly.
Right.
That's good
So
to know.
I need like a big turnover, big profits on this.
Comments below. Leave it for a parlay on Christmas Day.
A Christmas Day
Yes.
parlay.
Christmas Day parlay.
No, because I have to have it in. It's like the 18th it expires.
You placed the bet before then.
Yeah, don't give me a Christmas Day one though. Give me one for before then. We could do another one on Christmas Day. I'll put a $2.
Well, we're all
on it or
doing it on
something.
Christmas Day, right? We're all doing a parlay Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whether it's the same or different, we're all in. Yeah.
Leave that below. Leave the Christmas Day parlay below.
Yeah. No, I want one for like this week. Give me one for this week.
Yeah.
I need one now. Yeah. We'll have a Christmas Day one too, but I need one now for this.
You don't got a lot of time
Next
for
week
that.
will be the Christmas. Next week episode.
Yeah.
We'll drop Christmas.
Yeah.
Holiday,
Okay,
we'll do a
yeah,
holiday
okay.
special next week.
We got one more.
Yeah.
Holiday special next week. Yeah. Ugly sweaters.
Yes. Ugly sweaters, Santa hats, optional.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I have decided that by Christmas I'm getting in on the sports gambling game. I'm on the outside looking in. So Christmas
It's so
Day,
much fun.
I will have a parlay.
It's a good time.
It's fun to just throw a couple bucks on.
I'll be sitting around.
When we were at the Sixers game, I was paying more attention to your and Zach's parlays than I was the actual game.
There's so much fun. Yeah, there's
I
so
was
much fun.
counting Bago's threes more so than the scoreboard.
They're a great time. Highly recommend it.
I gotta get in on it.
Yeah, dude,
It's
that's fun. So fun.
It's fun.
For sure. But I don't even know what games are close, Micah, so I don't have anything for you right now, to be honest with you.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
either right. Didn't look at the lineup for this week yet, but
I'll leave a comment below. I'll leave a comment below.
Yeah. Comment down below, everybody.
Let me just
And
say, I'm not a
I'll-
professional. I'm not a professional. I do not yield big money. Do not use that and bet a lot of money on it.
Yeah,
Do
put
do
it
not
in the
use
disclaimer
anything
in
you
the
see on this
comments.
Yeah,
podcast
disclaimer,
as
yeah.
We
gambling advice.
don't endorse.
This is not
don't-
financial advice. This is meant to be taken as
We don't
as
endorse
entertainment value.
sports gambling. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do not endorse heavy sports gambling.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by DraftKings or FanDuel. Definitely not MGM.
Gambling
No.
problem, call 1-888-GAMBLER.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
it's 1-800. I think it's 1-800 Gambler.
Whatever it is, you can find it online.
1-888?
Search around.
Yeah.
We don't know because we don't have a
I
problem.
think it's
Yeah.
true. But yeah,
but
we're
if
here
you
to
do,
help.
look it up.
Yeah,
We're here to help. Drop a comment below. Yikes.
And on that note,
Yep. We can cut that part off.
Thanks for watching the podcast. It's been real, and we'll see you guys next week.
We're back with Christmas.
Christmas special next week.
be there or don't, but please be there.